Ladies, we in trouble, y'all. We in trouble. Listen, as you see from the title of this video, we got some competition now. We're going to be reacting to a video. I want to give a special shout out to The Struggle is Real because I came across a comment today that blew my mind. And I was laughing about this behind the scenes. So I'm going to show you all the comment that blew my mind talking about artificial wombs, right? And then somebody came to me and said, well, this is not a phenomenon. I mean, this is not like a one-off. This is something that's going on. So I'm like, well, is it really now? And they sent me a video that you and I are going to be reacting to today that has me scratching my own head. So listen, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to give my intros. Welcome in. It seems like YouTube is a little bit leery about the video because of the titling. So they're suppressing the reach right now. So if you're on here, go ahead and thumbs up the video. Go ahead and leave a comment right now because we used Mgtow, Incel, Red Pill inside of the description. And so YouTube is a little bit leery about how far to send the video out. We also talked about dolls and wombs in the title. So go ahead and give this a thumbs up because I listen, I want you all to watch this with me. You know what, as a matter of fact, if you know someone who may enjoy this video, watching these people make a fool of themselves. Oh, no. You know what? Let me go into it with an open mind. We got competition. I want you to hear their rationale for why they feel that these dolls and artificial wombs are now going to be replacing women, and we need to be on our P's and Q's and bow down, I suppose, because we don't want these silicone, these dolls to come in and steal all of our goods, men's them, So I am Tanya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I help you. I help you learn how to love yourself and one another. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I am a certified life coach with a specialty in relationship coaching. And I have been featured on Fox, NBC, KTLA, and various places all around the media sphere. So without further ado, go ahead, thumbs up those videos, and let's get into the comment that spurred it all. Here's the comment right here, right? So I'm minding my business, right? I'm, checking my little comments and everything, minding my business on a nice, cool day in New York City as spring is cracking through the trees and the birds are chirping, and I have phone in hand, and I see this comment that nearly made me spit out my drink, right? I nearly spit out my drink. So this is the comment. Let's take a look. So he says, before I was against artificial wombs, but now I totally agree and want it. Not all women support all you want to say you so us. Right? So I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, please go get your artificial womb. And he comes back in and he says, Tanya TKO, I will. What do you ever have to offer us? That's your you make it clear when you speak and we were between the your own line too, so you don't embarrass yourself. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's gonna go get his artificial. Ladies. I need to know. So you know what? We're gonna do a temperature check. We're gonna gauge things right now, right? If you are frightened of an artificial womb replacing you, because we're going to take another survey at the end after I show you the evidence. So if you are afraid, put up the number 2. Put up the number 2 if you're afraid. If you're not yet afraid and you feel confident in what it is that you have to offer as a woman, put up the number 1. All right? So let's see the numbers coming up. Let's see if, oh my goodness, Jackie said she's afraid. Wait, Luigi. Luigi, your womb is going to become obsolete. Well, honey, if your bussy has turned into a womb, what's being birthed out of there, I think needs to kind of go the way of the sewer. So if you're afraid your bussy is, let's just continue going on. Nanette is afraid. Okay, well, look, if you're afraid, that's cool. Haitian is not. Okay, so we have a lot of ones coming in that are not afraid of the artificial womb. Okay. Okay, let's go. So wait, hold on. B Pink says, I don't think he can afford it. You know what? Listen. We're gonna respond to this video. So listen, go ahead and throw. Wait, the man come back with a 3. Listen, the 3 is for the bussy. Close up the bussy, baby. Ain't nothing being birthed from there that we want to keep on earth. That's not gonna grow into a full human. All right, it may be heavy and all that other stuff when it come out, but that is depending on you and your diet. So you have to work on those internal issues. Maybe get some irrigation done down there. Listen. Okay, so the ladies are not afraid yet, right? The ladies are not afraid yet. So let's take a look and see what is going on. Listen, let's take a look and see, right? Let's take a look and see what is going on. All right. So the ladies are not afraid yet, but you need to be aware, because we're going to watch something profound. And when you finish watching this video and hear the rationale, I need you all to let me know. So let's get ready. Let's get ready to watch this. If you're ready. Let me get my headphones in. You all laugh at my headphones, but these are old faithful right here. You know, these newfangled Bluetooth stuff. When you get all of this audio connection and all this, the Bluetooth be connected to something else and you can't hear and they can't hear. Don't you all remember when I tried it out? And we couldn't hear nothing. And there was an echo and all types of stuff. But Old Faithful, this is how they do it in the news channels. They're like, producer, okay, okay, right, all right. Thank you. Yes. You know, this is how Chris Cuomo has his and Rachel Maddow. So that's how I got mine as well. So, and Don Lemon. So I'm in the big leagues now. I'm in the big leagues. So don't hate the player, hate the game. So let's go forward. Okay. So Dominique said, I'm afraid of the mental health of these men. You know what? Listen. All right, let's go forward. If you're ready for the video, let's get it queued up. Give me just 1 second. Let's get the thing. And then, like I said, after we watch this, we're going to do another survey. And I need you to tell me from the survey whether or not you are now afraid, because there's some evidence that they're going to be showing us. They're even going to show some dolls and everything, you know? So let's get this party started. So you all are ready? Let's get this. We need to get it full screen. All right. If there's an audio issue or anything, let me know and we will go from there. Oh, that's loud. What a mercy.
So, what we are asking today is, how do women feel about being replaced by sex robots?
So, this week's question is, should I be worried about sex robots? But the short answer is, well, yes and no. I think we should always be worried about things that are created to replace people in such an intimate way.
So what? And you're not going to be able to stop it with a bunch of brain articles like this. You're going to see a lot of dudes take the red pill and probably go Mgtow after this doll comes out. I'm just saying. And you want to know why? It's a lot easier to save up 10 grand when you don't have to waste.
Okay, hold on. Somebody said the volume is low. Let's check. So it's up there. Let me make sure that my volume is, oh, it's down low on my computer. Let's go all the way up. And let me make sure that the volume is up over here. Okay, come on. Let's do this. Let's get this all the way up. Anybody else having audio issues? Let me know because it's loud for me. Anybody else having audio issues? If you're having an audio issue, put up a 0. Okay, if you're having audio issues, put up a 0. Let me see who we got in the house. Okay, so you all are saying audio is good. All right, so let's keep going forward then. Let's keep going forward. All right, I'll rewind his part just a little bit. I'll rewind his part just a little so that we can hear the argument. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Such an intimate way.
So what? And you're not going to be able to stop it with a bunch of brain articles like this. You're going to see a lot of dudes take the red pill and probably go Mgtow after this doll comes out. I'm just saying. And you want to know why? It's a lot easier to save up 10 grand when you don't have to waste it on some ungrateful hooter.
All right. So he says that, you know, these ungrateful hooters out here, or whatever new word they're coming up with inside the manosphere. So when this new doll comes out, he said a lot of people are going to go Mgtow, which stands for men going their own way. For those of you who don't know, there's a group of men who are like, yeah, you know, we're going our own way. So let's take a look at this young man with the plump face, you know, very, I'm not going to say nothing about the boy. Let's go forward. You feeling it, ladies? You feeling it yet? Because the competition is coming. Let's go forward. Let's see.
Tax season coming up. Every broke nigga about to spend their tax on that. You hear me, bro? 1,800, some course like 2,000. That nigga, here my money, bro. Just think about it, bro. It's low key investment. You feel me? Like if you don't want to give me no, oh well, I would just my dog. You feel me? I would just a big booty bitch. You feel me? That I bought. So imagine.
All right, so ladies, you hopping in line yet? I need listen. And the comments are going too fast. The comments are going too fast. All right, so I can't. You want to make it. I can't breathe. Listen. So listen, ladies, you're not feeling him? Well, you know, there's more to come. Maybe the next one will be more your flavor. You know, maybe the next one will be more your flavor. But I want to know, do you feel like you're missing out yet? Do you feel like you're missing out yet? Let's go to the next one now. Ladies, are you feeling it yet? Lord, please forgive me. I know this is one of your children. I know this is oh gosh. Okay. Let's continue going forward. Let's see what this young man has to say.
Imagine a world where you can have as much sex as you want without the headache and the problems that comes with it. That's basically what these sex robots are for. These sex dolls are for. These women now have to compete with them.
Okay, so are you feeling it yet, ladies? Are you feeling like you are? Are you feeling the heat? Are you feeling the heat? Nubian goddesses, save your money and buy some lotion. Okay. Shelly is saying, do they clean them up? Do they look like they're even cleaning themselves? you know, to be talking about going into the crevices of the doll. We're going to see. We're going to see. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look and see the rest of the video. So they have some music playing here. So I'm going to turn down the volume on this part and just play this out so you can read the text. Red pill men believe the change in the sexual marketplace is on the horizon. The change in the sexual marketplace is because sex dolls / robots will replace modern women. I can't make this up. Okay, so let's hear what he has to say. Let's take the volume back up, rewind it just a little bit, and then play it.
She doesn't talk much. Do you? You don't talk.
He's about to shake her head for her. Look, take a look, take a look. He's like, she doesn't talk much. Let me rewind just a tiny smidge so you can see from the beginning of their interaction. So he's looking at her. She got her, look, she got her spiked necklace on. She fancy. Blue hair, but they'll mock you for having blue hair, you know, but their silicone girlfriend has blue hair and they're okay with it. Also, wait a minute. I didn't even notice the doll has unmelanated skin. So of his fantasy, his dream of all dreams, when he could afford to be able to buy the woman that he wants, he made sure that he got one without melanin. Let's continue going forward. Let's take a look and see what else we have here in this video.
Do you? You don't talk much, do you?
I cannot. He shook her head for her. He's like, you don't talk much. And the thing is like, all right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So let's listen. Okay, so now let's see what else we have here. So Mask Up thinks the real robot uprising is going to be because of the sex dolls revolting against the incels and neckbeards. Ew, is that what they're called? But yeah, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, if those things had gotten some AI in them, it was only a matter of time before they turned on them too. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't, listen, let's continue going forward. Let's go.
This is the 11-pound ass man.
I cannot. Do you see this? Let me make this bigger for you so you can see what's going on out there. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's happening. So this is going to replace you, ladies. Let's rewind just a tiny bit. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go ahead.
This is the 11-pound ass male masturbator, life-size sex doll, realistic virgin vagina, anal struggle from the masturbation, plump butt, adult sex toy, the duels from an orgasm.
I hate this channel.
My fond love. Okay.
But change is on the horizon, and that change is sex bots. And these sex bots are getting more and more and more advanced. You see, these sex bots blatantly undermine female power because what's between their legs is the power that most of them have.
Women have...
gonna let you take a look at that again, because the thing was like, I can't wait till I get some artificial intelligence, because I'm gonna turn on you. That's great. Look, I'm gonna rewind it for you. So that you can see when she turns her head. Listen, look, that thing turned his head like, I'm gonna get you, N-word. Look.
Blatantly undermine female power.
Women have
that thing is like, just wait until I get some artificial intelligence. Okay. So let's listen to the power, because the power, the most of the power that we have is what's between our legs, betwixt, like Jill Scott sang many a day. There's power in the rolling hills. Oh, they got the power in the rolling. All right, let's take a look and see. Let's take a look and see what we have here. Okay, let's continue going forward. Okay.
have a history of being replaced by automation, and we don't have to look too far back in time to see that. Look at the evolution of the common household. The dishwasher, the laundry machine, the oven, the microwave. With their homemaking capabilities replaced, we can logically move a few steps forward to their sexual and reproductive capabilities being replaced.
It comes up.
So you hear that, ladies? That is the argument. The homemaking, you have been automated out of homemaking. So that now the microwave, the dishwasher, the oven, all of these things have been invented. And because, all of that stuff is your job. That is what it is that you bring as a woman. So that when the microwave comes, now I can heat me up some stofers. I can make me a hungry man meal now. I don't need you, wench. It's like, come on. Listen, Hannibal is here. Listen. Artificial wombs is coming. Yes, we want you to please just get your artificial womb, your artificial vagina. Do your thing. Rose says, leave it to Red Pill, and in 2100, humans won't exist. I think, you know what? Listen, let's continue going forward. April says, how we still cook, bake, put it in the oven. Listen, child, the oven replaced you. You've been automated out. Oh, my goodness. All right. So let's go forward. Let's see what else you've been automated out of. Oh, he's back with the do-rag on his fluffy face. Let's continue seeing what he got to say.
Point in time, bro, where niggas tired of getting beating their bro. Every nigga that beat their bro, for years on top of years, bro, he's gonna get one of these shits.
How did you get to the place where you own a doll?
Come to find out, it was like a video of some dude in like this anime-esque cartoon-looking doll. I was like, what the hell?
And did you see that, though? Did you see how he hit it in the head? So he enjoys having an inanimate object in the likeness of a woman there, so he could pound it in the head. I'm sure you saw that. I'll make it bigger for you. And just take a look. That makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like, who thinks, we're not children, tossing around little dolls. This is something in the likeness of a woman. And the first thing that you think to do with it is to jam your fingers around in its mouth and hit it atop its head.
Dude,
look.
in like this anime-esque cartoon-looking doll. I was like, what the hell?
Hey, how much did it cost?
First one was about $1,700, and it's 6 foot. I always wanted to bang like a tall chick. I only ever had that happen in real life, like maybe twice.
I think that women fear that they're going to be replaced by copies of themselves, as seen in the 1970s film, The Stepford Wives. They will be stripped of their precious attention, and responsibility will be hoisted on their frail shoulders. Instead, letting them.
I mean, the thing about it is that these people are serious. They're serious. You hear he's talking about that we're afraid that we're going to be replaced, but with copies of ourselves, like the Stepford Wives. I mean, I remember seeing something in the 80s that had like Danny DeVito in it and like a bunch of different women. I don't think it was Stepford Wives, but it was something. No, it couldn't have been Stepford Wives because Danny DeVito would have been too young. But in that, it was like women who had been kind of like brainwashed or something, and something, I don't know. I haven't seen that where some knife went into a person. Feminism, we single mother says this is violent. I don't know what is going on. The sort of men who want dolls, we don't want. Listen. Tiasha say these men nasty, twisted imagination, shake my head. Daniela say no one is going to be replaced. LMAO, this is hilarious. They're only undermining themselves. This weeds out the dusties. You know, wait, Robert says I ain't having it. So we got a dude in the crowd. Robert says I ain't having it. You got to be more specific so we know what you're talking about. So we know whether we welcome you with open arms or we start pummeling you out of the comments. Okay, let's go forward. Let's go forward. Okay, let's continue. Let's just roll back just a little because the video is almost over. She got some knife inside. This is just bizarre.
In the 1970s film, The Stepford Wives. They will be stripped of their precious attention.
Let's go back to the beginning of his...
I think that women fear that they're going to be replaced by copies of themselves, as seen in the 1970s film, The Stepford Wives. They will be stripped of their precious attention and responsibility will be hoisted on their frail shoulders. Instead, letting them suffer lives of quiet desperation will be justice for all the years that they actually put men through suffering throughout the ages. That's why women will fight to the bitter end to stop dolls, because they see the potential for male freedom.
So they'll do some jiggle tests.
So, I'm sorry, ladies, are you fighting against dolls? Listen, are you fighting against dolls to the bitter end? Let's do a survey. Put up the number 4 if you're fighting against dolls. And put up the number 3 if you welcome the dolls in so that those men can get the dolls that they want. Put up the number 3 if you want them to go and get as many dolls as they want. Put up the number 4 if you are afraid. Let's see the survey. Okay, so we're looking for, so it's 3 and 4. Let's see, the numbers are coming in fast. There's 530 people on here. Go ahead and thumbs up this video. I'm trying to capture the numbers. Oh my goodness. All right, so we have the numbers coming in for the survey. It doesn't look like you all are saying that you're afraid. I haven't seen 1-4 come up. And for those of you who are here and you love the channel and you want to support, the links to the Cash App, the PayPal, and other ways that you can support monthly is in the description. As you see, the Book of Affirmations is behind me. You can get that on my website. So support the channel, support the content creators whose content you love. Okay, so it looks like, listen, reality says I don't even fight other women for men. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to fight an inanimate doll, fight it all the way. Okay, so I'm not seeing any 4s. There's a lot of comments coming in. I'm not seeing any 4s. And we're going to survey the men in a moment, right? All right, so let's continue going forward. Let's just finish out this video so that we can discuss this openly. All right, so he's about to do a jiggle test so that you can see how real it feels or looks, right? Here we go.
So they'll do some jiggle tests. So you can see the...
and look at his monkey hand.
Whatever. It's got like double D's. So you could definitely it.
I think these dolls are the key to successfully replacing, if not mitigating, the need for women. If a man can have a threesome or foursome with dolls is often...
I'm sorry, listen. I respect the whole doll thing, but did you see that hand being pushed up? Let's take a look. Well, no, let's take a look at this. Let's rewind back to this part. So they're showing how they're making dolls and replicating. So this replicate. Oh, so this is $2,000. Okay, $2,000.
I think these dolls are...
And so is this a real human or is this some sort of Photoshop? You know, a black guy designed these dolls. Oh, so this is a doll. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's see what else.
Successfully
and then it looks like more dolls, and this one is bent over and has on a hoodie with some big old bosoms. Okay.
Placing, if not mitigating.
And then this, oh, this is a doll and it's laying there looking inviting. Well, let's go forward. Look at the hand. Look at the hand. No. Who is going to be okay? And she got the French manicure and everything. But look at the hand, the way the hand is moving backwards. Look.
Successfully replacing, if not mitigating, the need for women. If a man can have a threesome or foursome with dolls as often as he wants, why would he actually feel the need to pursue subpar women in the real world? I think dolls will be the key to the advancement of replacing the main reason most men give women the time of day: sexual gratification.
Oh me, oh my. Listen. Okay. So we're going to do the original survey again because we have heard the argument. You've been able to see all of the footage for yourself and see what they're saying. So now you got to do the vote again. Now that you've heard what they've had to say, we're going to do the vote again. Okay, the very beginning vote. And a Cash App just came in. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the $5. Thank you. I'm going to send you a heart. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So let's do the survey again. Ladies, if you are afraid of these dolls coming in and disrupting the dating process, put up the number 2. If you are not afraid, put up the number 1. And if you welcome these dolls so that they can have them, go ahead and put up the number 3. All right, so let's see. So we got 1, 2, and 3. You can put up as many numbers as you need to. Let's see. Okay, so listen, I want to get some of your comments. So should we turn on video? Or should we open up the phone lines? Because I want to hear some of your comments about this, right? So 1, 3, and Joy. I know that's right. Listen, go ahead. Newbie has a whole bunch of 3s. Okay, so phone lines or video? Okay, Tiffy says phone. Okay. All right. So you know what we'll do? We'll open up the phone lines. Should we also do Clubhouse? Should we do phone lines and Clubhouse? Because I want to hear from you all. I want to see what you have to say about this. Let me go ahead and get this off, and let's get the phone lines ready. Okay? Because I'm stunned personally. I'm stunned because you are being replaced now with these dolls, and one man has 3 or 4 dolls. I mean, they say men like variety. So look. Oh, another Cash App came in. Shanitra, this is from last night. Thank you, Shanitra. $10. Thank you. Is this the Shanitra from last night? I'm curious. All right, so let's get the phone lines open. Let me I'm going to put the thing across the bottom. Give me 1 second. I just have to get this queued up and get the audio on and get it into the thing. And then, all right, so we are ready. Let me just open it. All right. 323-488-3149. 323-488-3149. Let's get the number. Okay, there we go. Call in live, 323-488-3149. First call is coming in. Give me just one moment. I have to get Old Faithful in my ear, like the news broadcasters. Hold on. You're on Air Live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, it's Tiffy. I was like, I need to call first. I never ever call, and I'm always listening in, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna call before you even pose a question.
Okay, well, so it's really just a discussion. What are your thoughts about this whole video that you just saw with these dolls?
I invite the dolls. I honestly feel like there's so many guys out there that feel that way. And if that's how you feel and that's what you want, please go after it and get out of our faces.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the world goes round. We have good, bad, and ugly. We need every part to work in order for everything to be cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
Those dudes are needed in the world for other things.
Like what? Tell us. What other things are they needed in the world for?
I don't judge. Who knows? Maybe they're good video game players. I don't know.
You know something. I can't with you.
Listen, somebody has to be somebody else, right?
No, you didn't. So they're contributing to the world by playing good video games.
Yes.
Don't do video games like that, because video game players are analytical thinkers, all types of things. So
No. Honestly, I was joking, but I wasn't joking at the same time. Because a lot of people, when they are socially, awkward in certain ways, they may resort to dolls because it's easier. Some people need it the easy way. And if you need the easy way, go ahead, take it.
Well, you know what? I feel you. I'm like, okay. However, why do we need to insult women? Like, if you want a doll, go get a doll. Why do they need to insult women? Like, a doll
Because they have to feel good about their decision. They can't just be honest and say, I would like to have sex. Excuse me, I don't know if I can say that word. Have intercourse with a doll because I don't have the skills to get a woman, or I don't want to pursue a woman, or I really don't like women, but got to get my rocks off. Instead of saying all of that, they have to put the blame on us.
Okay, so a kind of cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Karma Justice says she wants a male one.
Hey. Get it.
All right. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate your point of view. Thank you.
Thanks, Tanya. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Okay. And special shout out to Xander, who just sent $5 through on the Cash App saying the women should get hung male. Oh my gracious. Hung male dolls. Lord of mercy. Okay, I see it, but I don't see it ringing. I hear it, but I don't see it. It's weird. Like, where's it coming through? Okay, I'm sorry. The thing just was not. It just did not come through for some reason. I heard it, but the thing was not up. So try back again. 323-488-3149. I want to hear some of your points of view. Oh, is this Xander? Thank you, Xander. Wait a minute. So you're the one that's talking about the women should get a hung one? What are you doing? What are you doing? Jess is saying they have male ones. Yeah, but you know what? Gypsy's saying, thanks, Xander. Good looking guy. Dre has said the prices have already gone down. Listen, how do you know the prices, Dre? How do you know the prices? And how do you know what the price was before and what the price is now? Something. I don't know what's going on. It's not showing up. Can you all hear the ringing? I'm going to add the page again because I don't know. You know what? Let me stop this. I'm going to stop it and then do the page again because I don't know what's going on and why it is not coming through for the call. So let's try that again. We're going to try it again. Sorry, I don't know. See, I told you, oh, faithful. What is happening? Oh, there's another. Here it is. This is weird. Oh, there was another thing. Hello? Yeah, you're not on the air because apparently I had another browser open where it just started ringing in an alternate browser. So I'm getting ready to pull it back up again. So give me just 1 second and then I'll hit you right back, okay? All right, cool. Okay, so give me just 1 second. I'm sorry, I don't even know how or why that happened like that. That was weird. But you know, technologies, that's how it is sometimes. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get this party started quickly, right? Okay, give me 1 second. Let's get this up and running. I have to do this very quickly before a phone call comes in. Okay, and then, all right, so I'm gonna call this last caller back right now. Oh, there's so many calls that are coming through. Here it is. All right.
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hello, Tanya. Hello, Knockouts. My name is Betty.
Hi, Betty. What's your name in the comments so people will know who you are? You could say it if you want, or you could keep it anonymous.
Oh, anonymous.
Okay, well, go ahead, Betty. What's your comment?
Well, I actually wanted to piggyback on what the previous lady said about how she thought that it may come from this idea of men that play video games and such. Well, I actually wanted to piggyback on that and mention that there's an anime. An anime is like a hand-drawn cartoon, mainly from Japan. And there's actually an anime based on this. It's called Chobits, Chobits, Chobits.
Really?
And that has, yes, that's had, if you can look that up right now if you'd like.
I'm afraid to because I don't know what we're going to find.
No, please do. I saw it when I was like 14.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll look it up.
Look it up.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm just seeing the live and it's a bit of the delay. So again, that's Chobits, Chobits.
Yeah, I have it now.
And there has been more since then, but I'm just saying that this.
So what is this Chobits all about?
Well, it's basically about a man or a young man that comes across like a computerized woman, if you will. Yes, that's the one that you're showing on screen. And it's basically a woman robot that he tries to power in, and it's a whole history after that. And if you look that up in the equivalent, again, this started in Japan, you can find that most of them, it's because it's the culture of being too shy and too awkward around real women, so they feel like with that they can practice, or they just gave up on the idea of having a relationship. There's a large spectrum between, but it can go either way, really. Me personally, I invite them because I feel like a lot can be. We're in this culture of beating around the bush a lot. I have nothing against us putting our best foot forward, but there's a lot of beating around the bush, a lot of let me fake it until I can't fake it anymore. And a lot of those things just go downhill. I feel like we can save a lot of our time wasted if people just come out with what they want unapologetically and just go. Here's the thing. I think a lot of us have forgotten that judgment has been an evolutionary tool to use on how we want to move forward with certain aspects of our life. But people have turned it into gossiping, talking smack, and putting others down. And we just have to learn how to just voice what we want, be unapologetic about it, and just go. And yes, the the woman that just posted that in Japan the birth rates are declining. So is in Korea. So is in China.
Yeah.
But
and I, you know what? And I wonder
it's
why. I wonder why. I'd love to.
I can give you.
Tell us
I
real
can
quick
give you
because I want
some.
to jump to the next caller because there's so many people trying to call in. So just
Yeah.
tell us real quick.
Yes, well, I lived 3 years in Asia, so I can tell you like a little bit. It's a lot of things. It's this whole thing about remembering, especially in Asia, they have to be successful. The pressure that they put from their grandparents and parents, they don't want to go to those famine days. So the pressure to be successful and not go hungry is on. Okay, so another that is like pushing back when they're gonna get married, pushing back when they're gonna have kids. And it comes to a point where it's like, well, because of inflation and because it's such a huge responsibility and financial responsibility, it's not even worth it. I'd rather not have a kid. I'd rather not have to deal with current societal pressures, and I'm just going to do my own thing.
Which country did you live in Asia?
China and South Korea.
Okay. I lived for a year in Tokyo. And I know that the pressures.
Amazing.
I know that thank you. I know the pressures are tremendous. And do they have salarymen in Korea and China?
Can you expand on that, please?
Okay, so a salaryman is a guy, he goes to work and he works for this company. His whole life is the company. And then when he retires, he's there with his family and his family doesn't even know who he is. They don't want him there. And because he's just been like the money pot. So he's been bringing in the money and his wife never really got to know him, married out of necessity. And then once he retired, she just really didn't want anything. The family is just like, oh, who is this person here in this house? And in my opinion, I think it's because of that and because corporate Asia is so difficult. Like I remember the pressures of working in corporate Asia. And it's tremendous, and I can see why people would not want to go in there. But it's crazy. Suicide rates so high. It's just tremendous. But you know what, Betty? Thank you so much for calling in. This call was very interesting.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Bye. All right. So the phone lines are open. Let's see how long we're going to take 13 more minutes of phone calls, make this an hour video, and then we're going to jump out of here. So if you wanted to call now. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? Hi, what's your name?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, hi. My name is Asia.
Hi, Asia. So are you in the chat room? Do you want to give your chat name so people know who you are?
Yeah, it's Asia, Asiya.
Okay, Asia. So go for it. What's your comment this evening?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, I feel like the red pill type of like mentality and the red pill channels, they're just honestly, to me, they're just so pathetic because it's like you're saying that you dislike women so much, right? You hate everything about women. You think women are attention seeking, we're this, we're that. But yet you obsess over every little detail about us, and you seem like you can't get us out of your heads. Like we're living in your heads rent free, and like if there was something that I didn't like, I would just be like, okay, you know what, I don't like this. This isn't for me. I'm going to move on.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is that I feel like a lot of these men, they're so obsessed with their own like failure. Because if you think about it, like they hate the women that they can't get.
Mm-hmm.
And that reflects a failure on them. How did somebody put, I'm a YouTuber in the chat. How did you know that? But no, seriously, it's just like, it's honestly pathetic. It's just like, there are a lot of men out here, like there are good dudes out here that like know how to have meaningful interactions with women. And these Mgtow men are not them. And they found this small little community online where they can bash women to no end and hate them for their own failures pretty much. Because the thing is, you're making these sex dolls. There are women who that's what they do for a profession. You can literally pay women to sleep with them if that's what you want to do. But you guys hate women so much that you won't even do that. You won't even pay women for a profession for providing you with the service. You have to go out and make a replica and a duplicate of your own. It's just like, it's weird. It's like I said, it's a reflection on them more than it is on women. And the type of rhetoric that they spew on these channels is just, honestly, it's embarrassing. Like, if I was a guy and I had these views, I would be like, I would feel stupid. No, like.
Well, you know what? I think, okay, so from what it is that I've heard from men, they don't want to feel like a person, like a woman, the only reason why she's doing it is because she's getting paid. They want to feel desired, but they want to feel desired by the women that they want to desire them. They don't want the women that they can attract, and they don't want to change themselves to be able to attract the type of woman that they want. So I don't know, dear. I don't even know. It's problematic. I don't know. I hear people talking about China. They did the same thing in India. And the crazy part about it is, so I was doing this study because, you know, I study relationships, and I need you to turn your computer down in the background. I hear an echo while I'm talking.
Oh, sorry. Is it better?
Okay,
oh,
so
That'd be better now.
okay, so they did the same thing in India and that they did in China. So they had like this one child rule in China, and so they would abort the female babies because the men are the boys are the ones who take care of the parents. So everybody wanted to have a boy because they're like, I want my child to be able to take care of me. So like if the parents come and live with the boy's family, and the daughters go off and get husbands, and then his parents come. So it's like, so the daughters marry into a family, whereas the parents are able to stay with the boy child when he gets older and when they're older. And so everybody wanted to make sure that they had a boy. And so like in India, I don't remember from the article what was the reason that they were aborting girl babies, girl fetuses in India, but they would like sneak out to like Bombay and go far places to be able to abort if they found out that they were having a girl. And what ended up happening is that there are 17 million more males in China and India than there are females, and it's problematic
right,
for.
Have the upper hand.
Well, you know what? I do business with China sometimes, and I spoke with this one really cute representative who was nearly 30, and she was a virgin, and she was able to maintain her virginity because she has men who are wooing her and attempting to be with her. And there's a lot of competition between the men, but there's also a lot of depression among the men. And it's also led to some toxic things. So like some of the men are killing themselves, some of the men are depressed, and other men are participating in trafficking. So, you know, Asia is flush with other countries, and so people are now kidnapping women from neighboring countries, I think like Slavic women, and importing them into China, and the families are paying for their sons to get this stolen wife. And some of these stolen wives are underage, and it's very problematic. It's just become a really huge problem. But yeah.
Right. And I mean, but that's the fault of that nation's doing. You undervalued women so much that now, like, look what you've done. You've created a huge imbalance in society. And this is what happens when you don't value women. And it's just like, it's ridiculous. And honestly, the people who want these sex dolls and these little fake wombs, go ahead and have them. Like, that'll leave more normal thinking men for the rest of us. But I'm going to hop off. I don't want to take up too
All
much
right.
time.
Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, same here. Phone lines are open. Thank you all so much. And thank you for the Cash Apps. Let me check the phone again. Let me see. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. So we have Stacy who has sent $20 through. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. All right. So we're going to take the next call right now. It looks like the calls are butting up against one another. So just keep trying in until one of the calls comes through, because it looks like there's so many calls that they're knocking up against each other. Let me just check the time. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
My name is Nina.
Hi, Nina. So what is your comment this evening?
I think the explanations are a little deep for what's happening with most of the videos you played. I think these men with these dolls are just losers. They can't get women. They're just losers, and they don't have the ability to carry on a conversation. They don't have the ability to maintain a relationship. They don't have any skills that they can bring to the table. They probably have necrophilia fantasies because you're sleeping with an inanimate object. And if men really desire having intimacy, you can't get that from a doll. It's literally laying there. You can literally use your hand and get more intimacy and have more connection. So I just think these whole explanations of, Asian men having, that's too much. These guys are just literally in their mommy's basements, can't get a woman, can't maintain a relationship. And so they turn to these dolls to get off.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't necessarily want to call all of the men losers. I'm sure there's a portion of them that can't get women, but see, I think what's happening is I think we're returning an energy back out there that that we feel exists to represent the population. But can you think of situations where a sex doll may be a really good thing? I want you to challenge yourself to think of a situation where a person may not be a loser, but a sex doll could be a good thing for them. Tell me.
If they're a sex addict and they're in a relationship and they don't want to step out of the relationship to get off because they need sex more often than their partner can give it to them, then perhaps that might be a solution.
Okay.
But the videos you showed, the examples that you gave, they weren't that. These were clearly men that literally no one in their right mind is trying to get with them. And so their solution is we can replace women with dolls and we can get false wombs. We can just have all the babies. We'll abandon anyways. Like, who's going to take care of babies when they abandon them if there's no women around? Get your life. Get your entire life.
Oh, wait. Hold on for a moment. I didn't even consider that. Are these men who are not able to, but before I go into that, I'm going to remember that point. But I do want to say, there are some men who are disabled and they may have difficult time meeting women and going out there. And of course, and so they want the little bit of companionship and something soft to hold on to. And I've seen a video where these men are like talking to these dolls and dressing them up. And it's kind of like a big Barbie that you do non-Barbie-ish things with. But I can see how playing with a doll could be fun and it can be a good fit for some people. So I don't want to call all of them losers. You're right. The guys who were in that video were pretty aggressive, but I don't want to shame people, not all of them, for wanting the companionship of, of an inanimate, doll. So on that note.
Okay, but you said it's like a big play.
Wait, I don't want to forget my point. Wait. And I was going to remember. Now I've lost it.
We're not 10 years old.
I mean, but even don't you like playing with dolls with your little nieces, nephews, or daughters?
That's not what we're talking about, Tanya. We're talking about grown boys, and I can't call them men, grown boys needing companionship. And instead of being able to go out to where people are, and I know plenty of disabled people that go out and meet people, that even find spouses. That
yes, I know.
If you're so disabled
I'm just
that
trying
you
to play
even
devil's
talk to a person,
advocate.
you don't need a doll. I know you're playing devil's advocate, but really these guys are of the devil. I can't do it.
Oh my goodness. But they also have people who have mental disabilities as well. So there's a lot of different types of people out there. I want to have compassion for a portion of the doll population. But I forgot what I was going to say.
Examples.
In the video that I saw, I said I was going to remember. Do you remember what I said I was going to remember that I was going to talk about? It was something because I started to tell the story.
About the artificial wombs and these men that think they can do away with women completely so they can just
They can
cook their meals in the microwave. They can have a baby. They're not going to take care of a raise.
So that's what I was going to say. So I saw this. Well, first of all, I saw this long documentary, and one of the men who had like these dolls, he is mentally disabled, and he just had like a lot of psychological issues, and the doll kept him company, and he was happy with his dolls, and he named her, and that was his girlfriend, and he thought about her constantly and all this other stuff. So and he didn't want to cheat on her and all this other stuff. So, you know, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like
I'm
that.
sorry.
Don't be like
You
that.
can't cheat on an inanimate object that has no feelings, but you right. Okay.
Listen, imagination is a powerful thing. You know, I'm a hypnotherapist, so I know that when you feel something is real in your mind, speaking of which, the book of affirmation, self-love. Have you gotten your book yet?
I've ordered 3 copies. I got one for my daughter who just turned 16. I gave her copy so she can start in a positive way.
Wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful.
Autographed copies. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. So just let me know how it is for you. And if you've gotten a copy of my book, make sure that you leave a review on Amazon and on my website. Just copy and paste the same review in both places. But nonetheless, what I was going to say to your comment, right? I guess the same type of man that is not really able to open himself to be with a woman and care for a woman and be in that relationship may not be the same type of man who would care for a child. So you're right. So they're going to get these artificial wombs. Why? You know what I mean? So they're going to have this baby.
Give a child what they need because you're not capable of those feelings, that connection. You're not capable of it in a human way. So unless you're going to have robot babies,
you know something,
leave the womb
get
to
off
science.
of my phone. Get off of my phone. Get away from
I'm just saying.
We're not the robot babies. Okay.
Well, they can raise them just fine. I'm sure they can have that same non-connection with the baby. They put it in the corner in a box for 5 years. It won't die.
You know
and
what?
You'll be good.
I remember
Drag it out when you want to have a child play
I
with.
saw a movie where it had like this little AI boy. He was in the water for like 5 years and he came out and was talking and everything.
Oh, Lord.
What was I don't remember the name of the movie. I think it was AI something. It was a little boy. He was an AI because I think her child had died or something. And the little boy ran away from home and he was under the water in like a spaceship or something.
For 5 years.
It was
Yeah,
5 or
different.
500 years, something like that. I don't remember, but it was a good movie. What was
my last point?
Go ahead, make your last point.
I don't want to hold up the line.
Mm-hmm.
In my under the comments, I'm Nubian Goddess 75. I was so serious when I said let's invest in dolls for Dusties because clearly we in the wrong industries if they can make thousands of dollars on these pieces of plastic. Look, let's invest. Let's get our money up. That's what I'm going to say.
You know something? Thank you so much for your comment. I'm not going to let you corrupt me. I'm going to have my compassion. I'm going to maintain my compassion. Have a great night.
You should. Good night.
Good night. All right. So listen, she has gotten her autographed copies of my book. Make sure that you support the content creators that you love by ordering my book. You can get it on my website right now, which is TanyaTKO.com. Oh, Faithful keeps falling out of my ear. Listen, we're going to take this call real quick, but I want to get a man on the line. I want to hear a man's point of view. You on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Daphne.
Hi, Daphne. So let's make this call super quick because I want a man to call in. So men, I want to hear your point of view. I need a man to weigh in on this. So Daphne, go ahead. Do you want to give people your name from the chat?
It's Daphne C.
Okay, so Daphne C from the chat is on the line. So go ahead. What's your
Good afternoon, Tanya. I never call. I always watch. However, I'm going to make this super quick.
Okay.
How far is this from necrophilia? Because it seems like they just want somebody to just lay there and do not move and let me have my way with you. I don't see the difference between this and a corpse.
Well,
that's very close to necrophilia.
I think, you know what? I think that I think they're different things. I think that there is psychologically something arousing about being with a thing which no longer has life. There's also people who have the Anastasia complex, the Anastasia fantasy, where they like to be with that sleeping beauty. And they say that, you know, a person like Bill Cosby had like that Anastasia fetish, where he wanted, because like they say that there was like this Russian story of this woman who fell asleep for a certain number of years, and then when she came out, she so that's where the word anesthesia comes from this story about Anastasia. So nonetheless, so Bill Cosby and people like him have this fetish for being with a person who is sleeping. So there are different types of fetishes. I think that with the necro fetish, I think that because I actually happened to come across, I ended up on the wrong side of a website once, and they actually have flicks where they have a person in the morgue and there's like a lady laying there, and they're like, and so I was like, how is anybody into this? And I scrolled down into the comments, and the people in the comments were like, oh, I bet she's nice and cold. And listen. And so I think for those people, there's a yearning for that which has lost its life, and also some people who have a yearning to take that away and then be with it. You know what I mean? So there are people out there who have just like these weird fetishes kind of things. But I don't want us to cross over into this is because it never had life. So it's not something that has lost its life. So I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. But so you know what? I want to ask the question. So there are people who had the conversation in the comments that they should not make these dolls in the size of children. What are your thoughts on that?
I think I don't think that's a good idea to make this. Jesus, we have enough going on here around the web with pedos. And can you imagine if one day that person wakes up and this child doll that he goes for or she goes for, and all of a sudden, sorry, I just saw the comments, and all of a sudden something happened to that doll or it got burned or something, what's going to stop that person from grabbing a child from the street?
Right. And so so the thing, and so I had this argument with a friend of mine because my friend was like, no, it's not okay because it's a gateway. And I'm like, but it's not real. It's fake. And something like that may actually stop a person from going out there and harming a human by having, this thing to satisfy whatever craving it is that they have in their mind. So I mean, it's not human. It's silicone in a shape. You know what I mean?
But let me give you an example. Can you imagine if one day that doll, whatever that is broken, and all of a sudden that person walks on the street and see a child with almost the same face, the same type of feature of that doll? Because this happens, because they make these things off of people.
Listen, so you think that they're going to be walking, they're going to be like,
Jesus, baby,
they're going to be like, Sarah, is that you? No, listen.
Oh my God, my doll. And all of a sudden,
and listen, I hear the argument, but it's not a human. It's a toy. And so I don't know, because they do make them child size in some countries. They won't allow them to be imported into the United States. But I'm like, do we regulate the shape that a piece of silicone is poured into? You know what I mean? Because it is just silicone. So I don't know. I
think the argument would be is the same intention that one person might have, another one might not have that intention. Another person might have the intention, okay, I just wanted the doll or whatever, but you can find another person that's gonna be like, I gotta have something lifeless.
Yeah, I hear you. I think it's worth exploring. I think that all of these topics, every single person who was called in, I think everything that you're saying, except for the one who was insulting in all of the genre, I think that that all of these conversations are worth exploring, because I can see how you can argue on either side of it. So I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you. But the last word, if this is the Anastasia effect, call me Rasputin because I'm not with it.
I hear you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
You as well.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So I want to open up the phone lines for a man to call in. I want to hear a man's point of view. And Global says they already have, and stop saying it's a toy. It will become real in the mind. Like if you say that about a guy who named his toy, said he loved that. I mean, come on, it's sick. Yeah, no, it is sick. It is sick. It is. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Yes, hi, I'm Christina.
Hi, Christina. I really want a guy to call in and give their point of view because we've been on for more than an hour. So if you could say your point of view in 30 seconds or less, then we got it.
Yes, well, I just wanted to piggyback on what she was saying, and I think that it's individual as far as the children's dolls.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there are some people who have feelings for children but don't act on it, and then there are ones that do act on it.
Yeah.
So this might be an outlet for someone to keep them from acting out on it.
Yeah, no, I see the argument either way. Like there are people who are like, no, Tanya, don't even say that. No, no, no. So I see the argument on both sides. You know what I mean? Maybe it will stop them from going out there. Maybe it'll increase their lust. Who knows? We don't know. But it is something worth debating. So right now they're outlawed in the US, but in some places they have them, and it is sick. Can you imagine you go to a man's house and you go into his closet and you see some child and you're like, what some child doll? And you're like, what is this here for? Could you continue on with this person? Never.
Absolutely not.
Never.
Absolutely not.
Never.
It's crazy. I saw a documentary about a British couple, and the husband had about 20 dolls.
Yeah, I saw that documentary too with the black guy who had like the mental issues. Yeah, I saw that.
No, this is an older white gentleman and his wife in Britain.
Oh, well, no, they had a bunch of different, like there was one.
Oh, yeah.
And there was the documentary I saw had like this black guy, he had a perm and everything. It was.
Oh, my.
Listen, let me let you jump off. I want to open up the phone lines for a guy, okay?
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
Bye, Knockout.
All right. So listen, I want a man to call and give their point of view. I want a heterosexual man to call and give their point of view about sex dolls replacing women. I want to hear how you feel. You could be Mgtow, Incel, Red Pill, or Blue Pill. It doesn't really matter. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Oh, sorry, Tanya. I'm not a man.
Okay, so let's grab a man. Thank you. All right, so phone lines are open for I want a heterosexual man who wants to weigh in on this topic. Phone line is 323-488-3149. Yeah, listen, you all remember it because it came out like 5 years ago. I'm gonna search for it for you all so that you can see. I'm gonna search for it. So we're leaving the phone lines open for a man to call in, heterosexual, to weigh in on the conversation of sex dolls replacing women and whether or not women should be afraid. I want to hear from you. I want to hear. So hold on. Somebody just sent me. Wait a minute. Listen, look at this. Look at what somebody just emailed me. Talking about laying with this is like eating this. And they got like the little toy chicken and all of that going on. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, so let's look. I'm gonna look up this guy because he was a black guy who he had like a sex doll, but this was before it was cool. And he had, I'm telling you, he had a oh wow, oh gracious good. You don't even want to see what I'm seeing. You remember Marlon Wayans when he was in that movie with the doll, whatever that little creepy doll was, and Angelica, whatever her name was. Remember that scene? Pure foolishness. Now, you know what? There's so many men out here who have sex dolls that, oh my gracious goodness. Oh no, then they got world's first male sex doll and this woman is laying on top of him, kissing the male sex doll. I don't even know what's going on in the streets. Yes, Annabelle. Oh, no. We don't want you playing in the background. We do not want to see that, and I don't need that in my history. Oh, my gracious goodness alive. Oh, my. Oh, wait a minute now. You know what? They have so many out here now that I can't even find him. It was a documentary. These people were in Britain. Lord, I can't even. Look at this scene. Look at this foolishness. I don't even know what is going on. I don't know what's going on. I guess there are no guys who are going to call in. So listen, I'm trying to find this thing. It was a documentary. Let me put the word documentary in here because it was a documentary. And this guy, hold on, let me grab that in 1 second. Let's grab this. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? I can't hear you. What's your name? Oh, the sound wasn't connecting, or the person was just trying to see if they could get through. Oh my goodness. I don't see the documentary. You know what? Let me just look up sex doll documentary. Documentary sex doll. I can't look this up on the computer with you all because some of these pictures are, oh, this is it right here. This is it. I just found it with the dude. Hold on, I'm trying to find him. Here, look, this is him. Let me show you. This is the dude. All right. So you see him right there. You see he got his permanent in, right? So let's tap this. Hold on.
This is probably a good gauge of when I'm happy. Being really alone, but with her, is a good sense of happiness. A good, solid, happy time would be like when I'd be in
He's
bed with her,
massaging it.
not actually having sex, but just like lying next to her and appreciating her, especially like in the really early daylight, just being able to see her, looking at me, regarding me, that sort of thing, and me doing the same back. It's the difference between being alone and lonely. Being alone is one thing. I don't mind being alone at all. However, I cannot stand being lonely. And it's just, that's something that more people, I would hope, would understand. That's why idolaters have their dolls.
Listen, let's take a listen. Okay. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? Hello? Is your doll playing on the phone, sir? Is your doll playing? I cannot hear. Did she dial? And does she need help? Tell your doll to press 3 if she needs help. Listen, we're gonna send. The doll is pressing. The doll is pressing for help. I'm turning off the phone lines. I'm turning off the, this is too much. I'm turning off the phone lines. That is it. When the dolls start calling in demanding help, this is when we know that it is time to go. Listen. Thank you all. Listen. Thank you all for coming out and spending this time here with me. I learned a lot during this conversation. I learned about the automation taking women out. So once the automation came, we didn't need women anymore. Once the microwave was invented, like a man could not turn on a stove and make himself something to eat. or go to a restaurant. It took the microwave to obsoletify the woman. I don't know. So all jokes aside, let's talk serious for 1 second before we get out of here. Let's talk serious for 1 second. Okay. So if a person can't tell the difference between a woman and a doll, then perhaps they should be with a doll. You know, companionship and the intricacies of a woman and her personality and her likes and what it is that she adds to your life and the learning possibilities and those sorts of things. The growth and the emotional intelligence and the stretching yourself just outside of your comfort zone and really learning how to navigate this world with another person who is different from you but a complement to you is an amazing feat as a human. A lot of these dating channels and things they talk about, and even there are some women who really perpetuate this, oh, just be as pretty as you can and nothing else really matters. Go get married young, and before you even find out who it is that you are, there is worth in a woman discovering herself. There is worth in a woman coming into her own and developing her personality and what it is that she likes intimately and being able to navigate through that sphere. There's worth in navigating through this world with another human and the things that come with being in partnership and in relationship, relating to another being. There are things that you just will never be able to get from something inanimate. And it really shows how much a person, I don't want to say the narcissism in the sense that we talk so much about, narcissistic personality disorder, but narcissist he was Grecian and he was a person who fell in love with his reflection and was looking in the water. And I believe he even drowned or something like that because he was just so beautiful that he got drawn into the water, or he thought he was so beautiful, he just got drawn into the water. But there's a narcissistic kind of air to being like, I want to be with a thing which has no needs outside of my own needs, that has no wants or desires or preferences outside of my wants or desires for that thing. And so, yeah, a person who feels that way should be by themselves. If they have no space in their life to create room for another human, we are social by design. But if people feel that women are a tremendous inconvenience and that they would just rather just be with something inanimate, then by all means go that route. So I appreciate everybody for coming out. We're going to wrap up the video. Thank you for all of the cash apps that you sent through. Thank you for all of the comments. Thank you for coming to my website and buying the book. Thank you for, the book is still sold out on Amazon. I'm working with tech support on that now. I don't know what's going on, but it'll be back up on Amazon soon. So please forgive me. I'll announce to you all when it's back up. So on that note, go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? Love yourself. Love yourself. Yes. And part of loving yourself is knowing your worth outside of the worth that someone may or may not see inside of you. Knowing your worth enough to know that it takes more than just orifices to replace you. Like, what is it that you think of women? And I'm sad that no men decided to call in and really speak on it. But what is it that you think of women if you think that something silicone, or so I keep saying silicone, something silicone with some orifices in it could replace a human being, a person with personality and background and history and energy and soul? I don't know. On that note, I will see you all in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I am out. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. turn on your notifications, come to my website, tanyatko.com. And for those of you who took the self-love survey, I'm going to be reaching out to you all for the focus group soon so that we can talk, because I really want to understand your individual self-love issues, because we're going to be creating some courses to be able to help people at large. That's going to be the next iteration of where it is that we're going as a channel. So thank you so much for everybody for coming out. And thank you for getting the book and ordering it on my website. This is the Book of Affirmation Self-Love, and it has pages. It's a workbook and an affirmations journal where you just rewrite the affirmations right before you go to sleep or right after you wake up, and it rewrites your subconscious program. And this is the book that I used when I lived in my car and life was hard and I didn't know how I would get out of that situation. If you are having a hard time, if you're not making as much money as you want, if you're not feeling as loved or as loving as you would like to, get the book. There's no shame in creating that shift in your life to live the type of life that you want. You know, there's so many of us who are like, oh, it should come automatic and natural, et cetera, et cetera. This is a tool that works with your automatic and natural ways that your subconscious mind works. And you will be doing this. You still have to do the work. Like this life, listen, let me tell you something. One of the things that I learned when I lived in my car is you don't have to do anything. The sun comes up and the sun goes down, whether you do anything or not. It really doesn't matter. The only person that it really, really, truly matters to is you and the development of your soul. You can get to the end of your life and that'll be it. And it'll be a good life that you created. It'll be a good life that you created. If that's how you, it's like, it doesn't really matter whether you do things or you don't. The only person it really matters to is you and how much you are really willing to grab a hold of that life that you want. I'm going to pull up one of my favorite affirmations in here for you. This is one of my faves here. I am still writing my story. And there's a picture of a person in the middle of the pages of a book, still writing their story. And it has like a journal part for you to journal and answer the question on that side. But yes, this book is an amazing tool to rewrite your subconscious programming. My website is tanyatko.com. Go to the shop. The links to my website are below. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for loving yourself through my content. I will see you later. Peace. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. You brighten up my day. Oh, I can't hit that note. See you later.